Goa. Goa is a state within a state with a unique 4-century-old Portuguese heritage which sets it apart from its partners in the vast patchwork of cultures, traditions and religion that is modern India. Goa has far more to offer than the average beach resort, golden sand, winter sunshine and superb seafood. Goa is surrounded by churches, temples and beaches. It has its own music and cultural dances. Panjim City. Goa's small capital is surprisingly relatively free for tourists. It has its own beaches within easy reach. The best time to visit Panjim is in the morning when the markets are at their liveliest. Saint Francis Xavier, Church Basilica of Bom Jesus. The Spanish Francisco Xavier was born in 1506. He was one of the founders of the Jesuit order and in 1542 was sent to Asia by the King of Portugal to Christianize the Portuguese colonies in India. He spent 3 years in southern India before traveling east to the Portuguese colonies of Malacca. He died in 1552 while trying to reach China and was buried first in Malacca, then disinterred and his remains brought back to Goa. His embalmed body is preserved in a huge silver casket and is displayed occasionally. Church of the Rosary, Saligaon. The Church of the Rosary, built in 1873, it is in a sharp-edged, angular, neo-Gothic style, which sets it apart from the Manueline churches, which are more commonly seen in Goa's towns and villages. Church of Our Lady of Hope. The church is typically grandiose and seems far too large for the tiny fishing and farming village Candolim. Was before the coming of tourism. Its tall decorative tower, a later 18th century addition, dominate the village. Fort Aguada. The Fort Aguada, built in 1612, comprises a lower fort with bastions all around and an upper fort. It skirts the seashore and ascends the summit of the bare rocky upland called Aguada Point. The upper fort was built as a vantage to serve as a fort and a watering station to the ship. The lower fort offers a safe berth to Portuguese ships. The upper fort comprises of moat, an underground water storage chamber, lighthouse, gunpowder room and bastions. It also has a secret escape passage to use during the time of emergency. The word Aguada means watering place in Portuguese. The storage capacity of water tank is 23,76,000 gallons. It has 5 divisions with a support of 16 huge columns and a staircase to descend a lighthouse at initial stage, used to emit light once in 7 minutes. In 1834, updated to emit light, creating eclipse every 30 seconds. However, was abandoned in 1976. Fort Aguada to the Chapora. Siqueirim Beach sweeps north from Fort Aguada, built by the Portuguese in the 17th century. Dona Paula. This beach on the south side of the Cabo Raj Bhavan headlands and 8 kilometers from Panchim is a much more attractive stretch of sand. It is overlooked by the landscape grounds and low buildings of the luxury Moorish Casabah-inspired Cidade Goa Hotel. Water skiing and other water sports are available. Mahadeva Temple, Tamrisulla. The temple that survived the ravages and preserved intact amid sirens. Picture square, Amod Ghats, where a stream flows with lush green background dedicated to Lord Shiva and belonging to 13th century AD. The Goa Kadamba dynasty contribution. The temple consists of Garbhagriha, Antarala and a pillared Nandi Mandapa and built of basalt. Sri Mangeshi Temple. Sri Mangeshi Temple is one of the most impressive Hindu temple. A pagoda-like octagonal lamp tower, the tallest and most impressive in the state. The temple is built around the largest water tanks in Goa and is surrounded by greenery and palm trees. Mangesh is a benevolent aspect of Shiva. The temple dates from the 17th, 18th centuries.
Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat
Parvata, the Lord Shiva temple located on the biggest mountain of Goa, which was built in the 15th century. Jatra, the procession of Hindu deities on the date of a temple celebration. Benaulin. Benaulin village, immediately south of Kolwa, is the landmark by the hilltop church of St. John the Baptist, which stands above the village about 1 kilometer inland from the beach. This is the quietest section of the southern coast, with few hotels of any size and remains a favorite with independent travelers. Further south, small guest house and beach restaurants are dotted along the section of the beach, close to the village of Varka and Kavelosi. Baga. Baga is sheltered by a headland which cuts it off from the smaller, more intimate beaches of the Anjuna Vagator area. To the north, a mixture of good value, mid-market, hotels and restaurants makes it a popular package holiday resort. Kalangut. Kalangut beach sand is stripped away during the monsoon but is gradually being replaced throughout the winter. Water sports are plentiful as are beach peddlers, who can be irritatingly persistent. The newer holiday village with its hotels and bars. Arambol. Arambol is a superb untouched beach. Stretches unbroken for 12 kilometers from the mouth of the Shapora. Arambol village is around 1 kilometer inland. Accommodation and facilities are extremely basic and are likely to remain so until improved access makes Arambol an attractive prospect to the hotel developers. Palolem. Palolem is the best beach in Goa. It is certainly one of the most visually appealing. A 1.5 kilometer curve of glowing gold sand is hemmed in by thickly wooded headlands offshore, which you can walk at low tide. It has a line of shops, homes, and very simple restaurants. Nightclubs. The nightclubs in Goa are very lively. People enjoy and dance to the most happening music in discos. Legend of the Bigfoot. The legendary Lord Parshuram, the avatar of Lord Vishnu, is believed to have created the land of Goa by shooting an arrow from the Sahyadri mountains into the Arabian Sea. The local fisherman displays fish which has been caught with a fishing rod. He wears the kondo, a traditional raincoat made of palm leaves and worn by villagers to protect themselves from the sun as well as the rain. The fisherman sits next to his oar and anchor inside the eco-friendly shack made of coconut palm leaves tied together on a wooden structure in his traditional attire, knotting up a fishing net called rampon with a wooden needle. A number of fishermen usually worked together. Potter. Here one can see how clay is prepared, shaped and fired to form beautiful utensils used in our daily life. The carpenters. The Indian craftsmen who worked for Western masters adopted their designs to blend into their own. The Mahars, basket weavers, weave baskets, mats, winnowing fan and other things with their skills in bamboo and cane. Woven baskets were important to every Goan household. Even today, some houses utilize these bamboo woven baskets. Cashew feni. Separation of cashew nut from the cashew apple. Squeezing of cashew apple from juice. Roast. The juice is fermented for 1 to 2 days and later poured in a big earthen pot and continuously boiled for distillation. The first distillate is urrak and subsequent distillates yield feni, which also has a lot of medical values. It is used to cure common cold upset. Once upon a time, there lived a wealthy man called Mahadar, who was very kind and generous. He often helped the poor and the needy. The greedy ones told him lies so that they would get food, clothes, and money from him, as they were too lazy to work. A man called Puram thought of robbing Mahadar. He pretended to have some misfortune and said that he needed money more than what was possible for Mahadar to give him. But the kind-hearted Mahadar could not refuse him. He kept on giving him all his wealth whenever he was asked for, until one day there was nothing left for Mahadar but to sell his house for the needs of others. Without a home, they were on the streets. Mahadar's wife fell sick. When he asked for help, the ones he had helped earlier refused. In this misery, his wife died. Mahadar did not lose faith, but moved from place to place, helping people in whatever little way he could. God approached him in a dream and asked him how he wanted to punish Puram. But Mahadar, not being revengeful, asked God to forgive Puram. Pleased with the reply, God asked Mahadar what boon he wanted. He asked for a small place to stand and pray for mankind. Wanting to test Mahadar further, he was shown a hot rock where he stood up on one leg for many years. Finally pleased with the devotion, God granted him his wishes, leaving his footprint behind and showering blessing of flowers, took him to heaven. Deciding to reward Mahadar's faith, they promised that any man who passed by and prayed with a pure heart at the footprint would be blessed. Today this footprint is visited by a number of people at ancestral Goa. Dudhsagar Fall. Dudhsagar Falls offers fine views of the steep wooded western Ghats. The falls are formed by the Kondepa rivers and are at their best in September, just after the end of the monsoon season, when they are at their fullest. Dolphins. A small cruise boat carries you in the middle of the sea to show how dolphins play by jumping and enjoying themselves in the sea.
Escúchame mi amor, te pido una alegría.
Carnival. Carnival is a day's fun festival of colors which came from Portuguese culture. Floats and fancy dress competitions are organized throughout the entire state of Goa.
Te pido una alegría. Te ruega todo el día. Te ruega todo el día. Te pido por favor, me trates como un tonto. No estás volviendo loco. No estás volviendo loco. Que sí, que no, que nunca te decides. Yo sé que tú me quieres y no me lo dices. Que sí. येते वळल्या खाडाचे आणि येते 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 वळल्या खाडाचे Él sabe que lo quieres y no se lo dice. Que sí, que no, que nunca
River cruises, organized by Goa Tourism, modest West Indies type packages offer a glance of scenic beauty.
Kolva Beach. Kolva village, midway along the stretch of beach which bears its name, is about 8 kilometers west of Margao, the provincial capital, set about 1.5 kilometers inland from the beach. It has grown into the biggest village on the southern coast and is the hub of a string of hotels and restaurants spreading along the beach to north and south beach. People will never forget for the sunset of golden water.
This house has been constructed by Braganza Pereira. The house is 450 years old, constructed in different phases